The Great London Beer Flood of 1814. Hello, dear friends. Today we have a funny and strange story. It is about a real event in London in 1814. Something very unusual happened that day. There was a beer flood. Yes, you heard that right. Let's go back in time to old London. London in 1814 was a busy city. The streets were narrow, the houses were close together. People worked hard every day. Many people were poor, but they tried to live simple and honest lives. In one part of London, there was a place called St. Giles. It was not a rich area. Many families lived there in small houses. Near these houses, there was a big brewery. A brewery is a place where people make beer. This brewery was called Moe's and Company. It was very large. Inside the brewery, there were huge wooden tanks. These tanks were very, very big. They were full of dark beer called porter. Porter was very popular in London. Many people liked to drink it after work. One day on October 17th, something strange happened. A worker in the brewery was walking near one of the big tanks. He looked at the tank and stopped. He said. He saw something was wrong. A big iron band around the tank was loose. The tank was held together by these iron bands. They were very important. Without them, the tank could break. The worker went to his boss. "Sir," he said, "there is a problem with the tank." The boss looked at it. "It is not so bad," the boss said. "We will fix it later." The worker was not sure, but he said nothing more. Everything looked calm, but it was not calm. About 1 hour later, there was a loud noise. Boom! The big tank broke. It did not just crack, it exploded. Thousands and thousands of liters of beer rushed out. The force was very strong. The beer hit other tanks. Boom! Boom! More tanks broke. Now there was a huge wave of beer inside the brewery. Workers ran in fear. "Run!" someone shouted. The beer moved fast. It was like a river. Then something even more surprising happened. The beer broke through the wall of the brewery. The wall fell down, and suddenly the beer was in the street. A big wave of beer moved into St. Giles. It was not a small wave. It was very high and very strong. People in the street were shocked. "What is this?" one woman cried. "It's beer," a man shouted. "Too much beer," another man added. The beer ran into houses. It broke doors and windows. It filled rooms. People climbed on chairs and tables to stay dry. Some people ran outside. Some people did not know what to do. It was chaos. Now, here comes the funny part. Not everyone was afraid. Some people saw the beer and had a different idea. "Free beer!" one man shouted. He ran with a bucket. Another woman came with a pot. Soon, several people were collecting beer from the street. They laughed and tried to take as much as they could. One man even tried to drink it from his hat. "Best day ever," he said. But his wife shouted, "John, this is not normal. Come back." Meanwhile, the beer kept flowing. It went into basements. It covered the ground. The smell of beer was everywhere. The whole area smelled like a giant pub. Back at the brewery, the workers looked at the damage. Everything was broken. The big tanks were gone. The floor was wet. There was beer everywhere except inside the brewery. One worker looked around and said slowly, "Well, we have no more beer." Another worker replied, "No, we have beer. It is just outside." Soon, people from the city came to see what happened. Officials arrived. They looked at the broken buildings. They saw people with buckets. They smelled the strong beer. One official said, "This is a very strange problem." Another said, "Yes, how do we clean beer streets?" The cleanup was very difficult. Beer is not like water. It is sticky. It smells strong. It stays on the ground. For many days, the streets were dirty and smelled like porter. People said, "London smells different now." Some liked it. Most did not. Later, there was an investigation. People asked questions. Why did the tank break? Why did no one fix the iron band? Could this disaster be stopped? The brewery had to answer these questions. It was a serious situation, but still, many people could not stop thinking about how strange it was. A beer flood. In the weeks after the event, people told the story again and again. At home, in markets, in small pubs. "Did you hear?" someone would say. "Yes," another would answer. "The beer came into the street. People were swimming in it." "No, no," someone else would say. "They were drinking it." The story became famous. Years later, people still talked about it. Children asked their parents, "Is it true? A river of beer?" "Yes," the parents said. "It really happened." "Can it happen again?" "I hope not," the parents replied. Today, we remember this event as the Great London Beer Flood of 1814. It is a strange part of history. It shows us something important. Sometimes small problems can become very big problems. A loose iron band, a broken tank, and suddenly beer everywhere. So, dear friends, what can we learn from this story? Maybe this. Always fix small problems early. And if you ever see a river in the street, check carefully, because it might not be water, it might be beer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.
See you next time.